I'm looking at the A-hold as well. Well, Demon 1 sets up here. He does not have dash anymore.
He doesn't have help! He does not have help, and it does not matter! I mean, I'm buying it now. I'm buying it now. They know where he is, too. Demon 1, you gotta go, buddy. You're running out of time here. Robbed of the ace. Still 4 up for the defensive side. And Bustio's getting a little cheeky here. He's by himself. Dude, they're doing this on their own. Talk about feeling themselves. He's got no help!
Spike down A.
This is so ridiculous!
No help!
He was here, but where? Right? They have to figure that site's being taken at this
30
point.
seconds left.
Focusing
Spike
more on
planted.
spawn. Trying to cut a rotate off.
They
Demon
can't,
1.
they can't really help each other.
Yeah, individual plays.
Here.
Demon 1 focusing here towards the pillar. Bustio supporting with stars at least. The Rico! Oh my god! Shot by Demon 1! It's a 2v2 now. Bladestorm available. And the crossfire is being set up the off angle. It's at the crash. He's on a 2 versus 1. Swings back out, but it's Bustio with the kill! The 2v4 converted by EG as they push this to a 3rd map.
So today we're going to tackle team number 10, and team number 10 is the last Americas team we will take a look at, and that is EG. Our picture here is of Vince McMahon getting his head shaved in honor of Demon 1 being able to go to Masters Tokyo. That's the reason I didn't do EG earlier on in this series, is because I wanted to see if Demon 1 could make it, and it turns out he did make it, or at least it seems so, based off the Twitter and whatnot. Here are the players: Jogmo, Ethan, Bustio, Karma, and of course Demon 1 with the coach Potter. And as we'll see in some of the stats, EG's stats aren't maybe as impressive as some of the other teams. Obviously, they had kind of a rocky start, to the season. It wasn't all plain sailing. And so, yeah, some of their stats maybe reflect that, but obviously as we go deeper into the season and into playoffs, their stats really did start to improve as they improved as a team. So now let's talk about EG and their play style. And when we think of EG, particularly earlier on in the season, you think of a team that was very strict in the way that it played, right? A lot of preset plans, all that kind of stuff. We're going to take a look at some of the struggles that EG can still have, though, I think, where obviously they have improved a lot, but there are still moments, there are still times where you could see that they're, kind of out of position or don't exactly know what to do, perhaps in a situation that can cost them a round, like this one here, round 3 against NRG, where they've actually managed to get the first kill here on Artist. This is the bonus round for NRG as well. And so 5v4, you'd think, right, we've got slightly better guns, we're in a good spot. But the thing is, you'll see, as we run this round forward, NRG, they're going to come, 3 players back here towards kind of mid and come and clear this out. All 5 of them had started towards A. You see that Joggerman gets spotted by the dog and they destroy it. And they've left Victor here towards A, have NRG, and they start to come back towards A. Now, these 2 players on B here, Com and Bustio, are playing pretty passive, right? So they don't have a lot of information. I'm not even sure that they know about this smoke. So actually, Ethan, off this dog, perhaps thinking that's a fake, actually starts to rotate back towards B because they don't know what's going on, in towards mid or in towards B main. And so they do get the rotate slightly wrong. But that's still fine. They're still in a decent position. The problem is going to come in a second with Demon 1, as you'll see here. Because as NRG start to take this rope and as they start to, threaten to come up here, Demon 1 is going to end up putting himself in a position, you'll see in just a second, where he's going to end up like this, trying to challenge, and he's going to end up getting picked off very easily by these guys, and you'll see from there, it just kind of all falls apart.
Timing, Satchel. Off to the side, lands,
I've
but
got
now
your trail.
it's Demon 1 who really needs to be cautious. Seeker's in his face, Dash is active. There's a fight being taken. He cannot win it out.
30 seconds left.
Not when his position was just being converged upon. Still the angles watched. Everything is on fire right now for NRG.
It's happening again, Brent.
Class in terms of their performance. They were a player down entering this.
It's happening again.
But this adaptation on the fly, whilst we might have seen them getting caught out there, I do think that they have got a lot better at this as the season has gone on. And this, I think, is a good example of it here in actually the pistol round against NRG, where they're going to have a preset plan here, I'm pretty sure, of what they want to do, where we got 4 people, we're going to come up towards A, and we're going to aggress there, and we've got Boostio with his turret, he's set up in garage, and he's got the alarm bot here towards C. This is quite a common little setup, right? So your sentinel is kind of controlling, or at least giving you information on like this part of the map, and then you're getting aggressive towards A. And we'll run the round forward, and you'll see that NRG, they end up coming down towards B here and kind of towards garage instead. And here comes the aggression from EG. They send out the stun, they send out a shock dart. They manage to, you know, push themselves up, and they don't go pushing straight away. They're kind of just going to wait to see what the reaction is from NRG. And Boostio gets this wall thrown at him here towards garage and B. Right, so that's kind of the first little clue of where NRG might be. And NRG actually, you know, don't manage to kind of fully clear Boostio here. They don't know he's here at this point. And now that this smoke has faded over towards A, they have gone and destroyed this turret. And so now let's look at how the mid part of the round plays out.
It's quite standard, actually. Yeah, this is a bit unusual.
Yeah, that is a weird one. And it's actually triggered an EG push out through A lobby too. Boostio might grab a couple, but also
He's got to know that
got to be
here.
worried about being flanked.
With this deep push through A lobby, Boostio's got to be aware of it. And now, yeah, he's going to be making a call all the way through here. Crashy's unaware.
But we're just going to pause it at this point with 58 seconds left in the round. And obviously what we saw there was Boostio kind of letting a couple players go through, getting a kill, then getting traded. He actually saw all 3 players coming down towards C. And obviously EG managed to get this kill here on FNS as well. But now is the kind of part of the round that I was interested to see how EG played it, right? Like, because there's a lot of different possibilities at this point in the round. There's a lot of different things that you could do. And I feel like earlier on, EG probably would have made a mistake that maybe cost them this round, but I think this is where they've gotten a bit better, right? Because they know that all 3 players are down towards C. They've actually seen all 3 players. And so you have a couple different choices. You could, you know, stick together and just try and, you know, go together and kind of blitz in. But what they're going to do here, EG, is they're going to try and contain, essentially, NRG, right? They don't have anyone, you know, kind of back here or in towards B or even in towards garage or in towards long. So the possibilities for NRG are quite wide here in terms of the things that they could do. Right, and so what EG are going to do is they are actually going to branch off into separate little groups here, or you know, a 1, a 1, and a 2, and they're just going to contain to start off with, right? We're just going to contain, and then they're going to have a good awareness here of what's going on, as we'll see in the rest of the round. You'll see, you know, we get little things like understanding that someone could have pushed this. They're going to smoke this off later on in the round. And you're going to see these guys who are on their own just be patient and kind of wait and not, you know, overextend on their own and end up dying. And then, you know, that might end up costing them the round. And this, I think, is an area where, you know, it's kind of on the fly decision making as a team. What do we do? EG have gotten a lot better.
Laser was leading the charge. Unable to get his gun out, and the rest of EG as well starting to collapse now onto the flanks and extremities. It's Victor. Needs to win his fight and his one here into garage. Will he be cleared out? Another refight as well. NRG opting to try and fight towards the back of the spawn and flip the map with Ardis also. There. Comes down to this, doesn't it? Victor now starting to back away. Looks to take the fight again, actually. Second guesses himself. And it's just down to Ardis. He gained a space prior into this, pushing all the way deep into the spawn, but it's EG with every single avenue watched for and a pistol round taken away.
And EG's improvement really obviously has been there for everyone to see. You know, this is perhaps one of the best examples. They beat Loud on Ascent. That is no easy feat. That is not something a lot of teams have done in Loud's history, and they needed to do it by winning 4 attacking rounds in a row at the end. So this is kind of the thing that EG, you know, where their improvement has led to. And Loud here in this last round, they decide to get aggressive here down towards A main. And this, again, is some of the things that you've seen EG get a little bit better at in terms of their team play and stuff. Jugmo's under a lot of pressure. Com comes back. Jugmo does actually end up dying there, and they manage to dash away because it's Aspas. Of course, he manages to get away. But Com manages to trade a kill, and we end up in a 4v4. And these are the kind of rounds where I feel like EG would constantly lose when it was like early season EG. When anything got a bit chaotic or stuff like that, I felt like EG just weren't, you know, that great at these situations, you know, where people are pushing a lot. There's a lot going on at a lot of time. But take a look at this, right? So they've just droned down towards short on Aspas here as Calm, right? Demon 1 has seen less in here, and, you know, they've had a bit of sparring, essentially. The smoke has gone up from Demon 1. He's in this corner, kind of alone. He's feeling maybe a bit isolated. And what's happening? Calm is on his bike to quickly come and trade. And just look at how quickly this is. you know, all done by EG. And this is the thing, their individual and their team decision making has just become a lot better, where before that would have been, you know, Com still watching over towards short, and, you know, maybe Demon 1 dies and then Com tries to trade, but it's too late and he dies as well. But then we got this as well, right, where they get the spike down. We got Demon 1 just holding just here. And take a look at how quick this trade is going to be from Boostio. I mean, I don't know how Aspas gets this kill, but look at how quick that trade is from Boostio, right? He's right in there. He's ready to just swing straight away. Gets the kill on Aspas just there. And now we end up in a 3v1. And take a look at how well they play this 3v1. There is 0% chance anyone is giving away a free kill without bleeding the clock all the way down. Let's take a look at how they play it.
Left. Aspas with the one, eventually removed. Kawazine, only the Guardian. Spam the damage, it connects. But so much to clear, all these angles to watch for. EG on the brink. Hunting Loud, their first defeat on Ascent this season. Time ticking away, and EG, they know. They don't have to give even an inch. No opportunity granted. Footsteps, Kawazine feeling it. Has to swing wide. It's shut down like that. 13-11, we are going to map 3.
If we take a look at some of their team stats, I think that EG are the only team that is actually negative that we've taken a look at so far in terms of their map score. But that's maybe to be expected somewhat, because the start of the season EG to the later season was obviously so different, and that obviously is reflected in some of their round win rates as well, although their overall round win rate was exactly 50%. Take from that what you will. And that also kind of relates to their map pool as well, where I would say that their Fracture is very good, but on all the other maps, sometimes I feel like if they have a good prep or they have good ideas for their opponent that they're playing, they can, you know, challenge on pretty much any map. But sometimes, you know, they can also, you know, lose pretty heavily to NRG, like we saw on Split, even though that's a map that, you know, they've generally done pretty well on. You know, they can also get dominated on it if perhaps an opponent has good prep for them and knows what EG are about to do. And in terms of their comps as well, you can see that they are mostly following the meta. The Americas meta was very, very kind of stale. A lot of teams were just, you know, playing the same stuff, and EG were one of those teams for most maps. They do play Silver on Fracture though, which I like because it's unique and they found a way to make it work, and I think it does give them an advantage on that map, and it's cool. So they do have that going for them. And with their agent picks as well, you could see, yeah, not too far away from the meta in general. The only thing really being that they do play Astra more so than Omen for the most part. You know, things like Astra on Haven. They even play Astra on Bind as well. So they are definitely into their Astra. But other than that, you know, they're kind of not too far away from the general overall pick rates as well. So how do EG win Masters Tokyo? Well, to me, it's actually quite simple. They just need to play like they did against C9. That's basically the start and the end of it, because in this game against C9, I'm sure for any of you who watch this game, you'll know there was literally no way EG were going to lose this game. Everyone on their team was frying. It was, you know, probably one of the best team performances you'll see, where, yeah, just everyone was hitting multi-kills. Everyone seemed to be doing the right thing. It just seemed to all come alive at the exact same time for them. And this is probably what they need if they're going to win Masters Tokyo. Now, they might not need it in every single game, but obviously towards the end stages, they're going to need their players like Jorgmo just to hit that shot for Boostio to win 2 1v1s here down towards short. We're about to see the second one just there. You know, that's the kind of thing that they're going to need to do. Obviously, Demon 1's going to need to fry as well. But this is how they can win Masters Tokyo, because if they play like this, yeah, they could beat anyone.
This is all or nothing for Cloud9. Com's watching it, guys. This is it.
This is how it ends. Zeppa's the last one up.
Look at Demon 1 going for it.
I want it. The flash and the kill delivers. They prove lightning can strike the same place twice. Evil geniuses, welcome to Tokyo.